Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video we are going to draw this particular drawing that you are seeing on your screen, and as always we will be starting from center of a circle. Now we are going to draw these two circles first, then we will draw these two, and later on we'll move to this particular diagram, then this one, and after that we will work with these curves that are provided. So without further delay, let's continue to the AutoCAD screen. So here we are. Now to start, we are going to start with the circle using center and diameter. So center I'm going to specify as 0,0, and diameter of this circle, the inner circle, is 1.125. So type 1.125 and then press enter. Now circle is drawn, but the size is a lot lesser. So let's zoom in a little bit. The first one is complete, so let's move to the outer circle using the same center and diameter. So diameter of the outer circle is 1.750. So let's select the center of the outer circle. So using center and diameter, specify the center. Now you are not seeing it, so this is visible now. So diameter is 1.750 and press enter. So we have drawn these two circles. Now we need to move to the upper circles. So as per the dimensions, if you have not taken the screenshot earlier, just move to the initial screen and take the screenshot of the drawing so that you can start drawing alongside me. Now to move upwards, we need to move for 1.875 units vertically upwards. So start your line from here. Now we need to move vertically upwards, so for a length of 1.875, so 1.875, then angle is 90 degree. So we are reached till this point. Then we need to move on the left side for 0.75 length. So the angle will be 180 degree and press enter. So basically this is the center of upper two circles. Now what's the diameter? Diameter is 0.75 for the first one. Then for the second, for the outer circle, it's 1.625. So center and diameter, this is the center. Now the diameter is 0.75 for the first circle, then for second one it's 1.625. so select this, and diameter is 1.625 and then press enter. Okay, so we are done with these two circles. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to move on the left side. Now so select, basically we need to select the line command first, and the distance for which we need to shift is basically can basically calculate it. So this will be 5.804 minus 2.312. Now if you do not have the calculator available with you, you can use the calculator from tools. So you will find the calculator in AutoCAD itself. Now so the this is the calculator in the ribbon itself. So we need to subtract. So from 5.804 minus the value that we need to subtract is 2.312 and then press enter. Now 3.492 is the distance for which we need to move. Okay, so select line, start from this particular point, and the distance is 3.492. so we should not move without coordinates, because it might create some errors in the dimensions if we are not using them. So that's it. Now we have reached till the center. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is we need to draw a line of 1 unit length. So I'm turning off the calculator from here. Now select line, start from this point and go till 1 unit and at 180 degree, and it's done. Now what do we need to do? We will create offset on the both side of this line, offset of shorter circle, that is 0.437. so select offset, the distance is 0.437, press enter, select the line segment, make it upward as well as downward. Now enter. Now we need to draw curves. So we can draw curve as well, we can draw arc as well, we can draw circle as well. So we are going to use start, center and end. So starting point will provide this one, center point will be this one, and end point will be this one. Now if you are starting from the left side, you will give starting point as this one, center as this one, and end as the upper point. So because the arc is drawn by default in anti-clockwise direction, so if you want to reverse the direction, you will have to press Control, then the direction will be reversed. Now instead of drawing arc this time, I'm going to use mirror command. Select the object, press enter. Now select the mirror line as the center of this 1 unit line, and we are done with creating the inner portion. Now for the outer one, basically we need calculator again, because we are going to use offset command. So in order to use offset, we'll have to subtract 0.437 minus 0.437 from 0.75. So just open calculator from here. Now 0.75, which is the radius of outer arc. Okay, just go to 0.75 minus 0.437, and let's take a look. It will be 0.313. So we are going to create an offset of 0.313. Press enter. Now select this line, this arc, this line, and this arc. Now take a look. The outline is almost as we need for that particular drawing. Now the next thing is we are going to draw the portion which is on the right side. So let's close this calculator again. Select a line, start from this particular point. Now what should be the distance? So distance should be the equal to 2.312, which will be the radius of inner portion of that groove. So just draw a line of 2.312 and enter, then press enter. Now select a line, start line from this one. Again we are going to draw the line of 2.312. so basically we are going to use relative polar coordinates, so 2.312. then angle I'm going to use as 40 degree as specified in the drawing, and press enter. Now we will draw arc using start, center and end. So just give this point as the starting point, this is the center, and this is the end. So basically we have drawn the inner portion of the arc. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we will draw a circle, we will create an offset of 0.438 on both sides. So select offset command, specify offset distance as 0.438, press enter, then draw arc on both sides. Now again we are going to use offset on both sides. Now we are going to draw the arc. So start, center and end. We'll use the same arc command, this time start, center and end. But take a look, if you will select this point as the end point, you will see, okay, hold on, we have selected the wrong command. So start, center and end, start, center and end. Just take a look, the direction is not the direction that we need, so we can either create a mirror image or simply press Control button and your direction will be reversed. So this is the groove, inner portion of the groove that we wanted, so which is created now. The next thing that we need to do is we need to again create an offset on the outer side of this arc. So let's select offset command, but in order to create an offset we will need the offset distance, which will be 0.875 minus 0.438. so we'll need calculator again, just move to 0. Now 0.875, okay, we need to write here 0.875 minus 0.438, and this is the offset that we need, which is 0.437. so you can copy it from here. Select offset command, specify offset distance as 0.437, press enter, then create an offset on both sides of this, and you will see now some portion of this offset you might not need, or you might need to delete as well. So we are done with this offset. Now let's create this particular arc. So in order to create this arc, we simply need to use fillet command, a very simple one. So click on fillet. Now specify the fillet radius as a radius of this arc, which is 0.625. 0.625. Press enter. Now select first and the second portion. It's done. Now the next thing is we need to create fillet here as well, but with which circle? So we'll have to draw another circle here. So we are going to delete the non-required portion so that things become a little bit clearer. Delete this one as well. Now use circle using center and radius. Okay, so center and radius. So specify this point as the center point and radius as 1.375. 1.375. Press enter. Now we will draw fillet of radius 0.625. 0.625. Press enter. 0.625. Enter. First object as this one, second object as this one, and we will have to trim the non-required portion. So just trim this circle as we do not need it. Now this portion we may need, but this is something that we don't need, and this one is also not needed. This one is not needed as well, so we can remove these things. Okay, and I think our drawing is taking some shape now. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need another fillet between the left side of these objects. So select fillet. Now specify fillet radius. This time the radius is 1.75. So 1.750. Press enter. Specify the first object and the second object. Now take a look. So the drawing is taking shape now. The next thing is we need a line starting from this particular point and touching this circle. So we are going to use line command. Start this line from this point and we need a tangent. So click here and then press enter. Now we can trim the circle portion that we don't need. This is not needed. These lines are not needed. After that, this is also not needed. Now these lines are also not needed. We may need these lines in order to basically provide the dimension, so I'm keeping them. Just simply press escape, and this is our drawing that we needed. Now we are going to basically draw the dimensions here. So let's select dimensions, and first we are going to draw the radiuses. So specify these radius. Now size is too large, so that we will adjust, don't worry. Now these radius values, we are going to adjust their size without any difficulty. So just specify the radius of these arcs. Now these two circles are still remaining, this one as well as this one. Then this fillet radius is also remaining. Now these radius values, they are basically in ISO 250, so we can adjust them. Basically we need to shift them in standard. So select similar and shift these values to standard and just take a look. Radiuses are taking, these dimensions are taking the desired shape. Now just move the lines that are too long, basically because of the longer size that we have used earlier. Now it's all right, I guess. Now the next thing that we need is we will need some linear dimensions as well. So starting from this point to this particular point, which will lie somewhere here. Okay, this one and this is one. Don't worry, we will draw these values. We will basically utilize these values. Now select a line, start from this particular point till this point. Okay, not line, sorry. Basically we'll need linear dimension. Now we can start from this point till this point and specify this dimension here. Repeat the same command, dim linear, start it from this particular point, and we will need this dimension till this point. We can specify it here. Now as you know, the dimensions, they are still in ISO mode, so select similar and shift them to standard values, and you will see that these dimensions are clearly indicated here. Now is there any other value that we need? So basically we'll need an angle here. Okay, so select angular command from here, select a line or arc, select this one, select second one, and just place it here. Now we will shift it, don't worry. As soon as we shift this dimension to standard, you will see that angle is properly written here. So I think it's done. Now the next thing is, we don't have basically we need whatever we need, we have this. Now let's shift these dimensions a little bit outwards so that they are not interfering with the drawing. Okay, is there any other dimension? Yeah, this one is also causing interference, so shift it like, okay, Control Z. Okay, it's done. Then we need to shift this one outwards like this. It's rest are okay, I guess. Yes, they are. So this is how we can put all the dimensions. Now if you want to put some center marking, so we can use this center mark, and we can select these circles to marking the center. We can adjust the size of this center mark as well if you want. So but right now we don't need it because we have placed all the dimensions that we needed. Now the next work that is remaining is basically shifting these dimensions to a new layer dimensions, which is not right there. So we are going to create a new layer named as dimensions. Now shift the color of this layer as we use red, click OK, and then click close. Now select the dimensions, right click, select similar, so all the radiuses are selected. Now right click and select similar. Now all the dimensions are selected. Shift them to dimensions layer, and you will see that everything is there in dimension layers. Okay, so we can turn it off from here, and this is your drawing that is there, so we can delete this one. Now what else do we need? We don't want this portion to create difficulties here, so let's move it somewhere outwards. Now click on hatch command. So let's make our drawing a little bit visually appealing. Change its color to whatever you want, then close hatch creation. Then further we can change its color, use blue, and this is it. Now click on close hatch creation. Now turn on the dimensions layer. Let's see how it looks. Okay, we need to turn it on. I hope all the dimensions are okay now. Okay, then basically just take a look. These lines, they have disappeared, so we can increase the line weight as well. Just remove this, turn the layer off, then I'm going to remove this hatch and this hatch as well. Now select all the lines and go to line weight options, this one, and increase line weight. Let's make it 0.3. Now it's not being displayed, so line weight settings, display line weight, click OK. and you will see that the line weight is visible now. So if we create the hatch now, let's click on creating hatch, solid color. We are not able to create any hatch. Click on hatch, pick an internal point. Okay, it's not picking any. Let's select gradient. This area has already been specified. Just turn on the dimensions layer and take a look. Okay, basically the hatch that we wanted to create, it was in the dimensions layer, so that's why it was not visible to us. Now we can fill this hatch with other colors like this. Now in this case we are seeing the required portion very clearly. Okay, so this is how we can create these values. So simply click close hatch creation, then press escape. Now if you think that the dimension is not properly visible, just go to dimensions layer and change its color from red to any of the required color that you want, and you will see that the complete dimensions, they are changed. So this is how you can create a drawing. So that's all for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day.